Hey everyone, let's catch up on the latest news from the San Francisco 49ers, but before that, remember to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. Shanahan and the 49ers are aiming to clinch Super Bowl 58. The San Francisco 49ers' pursuit of their sixth Lombardi trophy has been well documented, with Kyle Shanahan and members of the organization feeling the weight of expectations. That's why this time, they need to make it happen. The coach emphasized the importance of completing the task at hand, especially with this group of players. San Francisco has reached the NFC Championship game 3 years in a row, losing the previous 2 before Sunday's triumph. Now, entering their second Super Bowl in 5 seasons, the time is ripe for the 49ers, with everyone fully aware of the ultimate goal. There have been many good things, but the ultimate goal, we always say it, there's only one team happy at the end of the year, Shanahan said on Monday. We're very proud of many things we've achieved here in the last 5 years or so. We still want to be that one team that's happy, no matter what you accomplish. If you don't win that Super Bowl, it's always disappointing. We feel we've come close, and we're very proud that we're back in this situation. But we also know how it feels when you don't get it done. So, we want to go and make sure to get it done this year. Shanahan and the 49ers are geared up for a rematch with the Kansas City Chiefs, with both teams meeting in the big game in 2020. San Francisco lost 31-20, allowing quarterback Patrick Mahomes and KC to score 21 unanswered points. The path to Super Bowl 54 was somewhat different for the 49ers, however, as they won the NFC Conference title over the Green Bay Packers easily, 37-20. This time, the 49ers had to fight their way through 2 rounds, one against the Packers and another against the Detroit Lions. Both victories in 2024 came from behind, with the biggest deficit being 17 points in the NFC Championship game. While the 49ers would have preferred to dominate another playoff run to the Super Bowl, San Francisco is looking to leverage those hard-fought wins in a rematch with an old foe. I always think that when you go through stuff like this, it toughens you up and prepares you for any situation, Shanahan stated. You want to be able to go through tons of games and be able to win games any way possible. I always feel we're capable of winning a game any way possible, but it just hasn't gone that way this year. So, to get in some games like this, it's just good experience for our players to go through it and to make sure to see how important it is to go through all 4 quarters, win or lose, that you're never out of it. Dan Campbell admits error in 3rd and goal run that led to wasting a timeout. The biggest mistake Lions coach Dan Campbell made in his team's second-half meltdown against the 49ers was using a timeout on offense late in the game, instead of saving all 3 timeouts on defense to prevent the 49ers from running out the clock. Campbell acknowledges he made a mistake during the sequence of events that led up to that timeout. The Lions called a running play on 3rd and goal, and when they were stopped, the clock kept running, and they wasted a timeout. At that point, Campbell acknowledges that if they weren't going to score a touchdown there, an incomplete pass and preserving their timeout would have been a much better option. Look, the easy thing to do is to throw it, Campbell said. Probably should have been the right thing, but for me, I wanted to run it. I thought we would just pop it. We had just run the 2-minute offense all the way down the field throwing the football, and they were in a 4-down front, and I believed we'd walk right in, and we just missed a block, so then, yeah, I've got to use a timeout. So, hindsight, throw it 4 times, but I believed in that moment it was going to be a walk and run, and it didn't work out, so I gambled and lost. Where Campbell is still wrong is in saying that he had to use a timeout after the failed run. The Lions' offense still should have hurried to the line for 4th down, instead of burning a timeout, which effectively meant that the Lions couldn't win the game without recovering an onside kick, which is virtually impossible in today's NFL after a series of rules changes that have made onside kicks harder for the kicking team. If the Lions had saved all 3 timeouts, they wouldn't have even had to attempt an onside kick. They just would have had to force a 49ers 3 and out, and the Lions would have gotten the ball back with only 2 timeouts remaining. The 49ers were able to run out all the time on the clock, ending the game on a 4th down kneel down. That blown timeout was incredibly costly. Tom Brady criticizes Dan Campbell after Lions loss to 49ers. Campbell's trademark aggressive play calling arguably is the biggest reason why Detroit won't represent the NFC in Super Bowl 58. Tom Brady has criticized Lions coach Dan Campbell for his aggressive play calling, suggesting it's one of the primary reasons why Detroit failed to secure a spot in Super Bowl 58. Brady, a seasoned quarterback known for his strategic prowess, pointed out that Campbell's decision-making, particularly the misuse of timeouts, significantly diminished the Lions' chances of success against the 49ers. In a post-game analysis, Brady emphasized the importance of calculated risks and efficient clock management, aspects he believes were lacking in Campbell's approach. The critique underscores the intricate dynamics of coaching decisions in high-stakes games and highlights the relentless scrutiny faced by NFL coaches in the aftermath of critical losses. As the football world reflects on the Lions' missed opportunities and strategic blunders, Campbell's coaching decisions continue to be dissected, serving as a poignant reminder of the fine margins that separate victory from defeat in professional football. Amidst the disappointment and scrutiny, Campbell faces a pivotal juncture in his coaching tenure, tasked with addressing tactical shortcomings and restoring confidence in his leadership. As Super Bowl 58 approaches, the spotlight intensifies, casting a revealing glare on the complexities of NFL coaching and the relentless pursuit of excellence on football's grandest stage. The Lions potentially cost themselves 6 points by taking gambles on fourth downs in the 49ers' territory, and those missed opportunities proved to be very costly in a 34-3 defeat. Rolling the dice was a significant factor in Detroit reaching the conference championship clash initially, but at that stage, Brady believes Campbell's team should have played it a bit safer. "You know, obviously when you're aggressive and it doesn't work, it comes back to haunt you," Brady said on the latest episode of his Let's Go podcast, as transcribed by Bleacher Report. "It came back to bite them yesterday again. I would have taken the points. I've been in those situations. I look at them and say, okay, this is the opportunity to continue to keep the pressure on the 49ers to make great plays, and you're in a great position." Arguably, Campbell's most significant error in judgment wasn't a fourth down call, though. Down 10 at San Francisco's 1-yard line with roughly a minute to play, Detroit called a run play that failed and forced the visitors to burn one of their timeouts. The Lions quickly pulled within 3, but with only 2 timeouts available, they couldn't prevent the Niners from running out the clock. "The handoff there late in the game, that was the one I didn't understand," Brady said. "Unless you saw some incredible look to walk the ball in, you just can't take the chance that you're going to be stopped short and keep the clock running. You just can't get the ball back. So, that was the one I just said, I don't know what they're doing. I thought it was just a flat-out error." Immediately after the game, Campbell expressed no regrets about his questionable fourth down decisions. However, the third-year head coach acknowledged that throwing instead of rushing in the Lions' final possession should have been the right thing. "The narrow loss surely will sting in Detroit for some time because, as Campbell candidly explained to his team after the game, opportunities like these don't come often, and they must capitalize on every chance they get to secure victory." What are your thoughts on the Lions' strategies and coaching decisions in the game against the 49ers? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates and discussions on NFL games.